Hey, Bougie Gang, what's going on, guys? Is it 12? Okay. Girl, let me tell you. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. What's going on? Who got here first? Oh. Broadcast. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't know that would come up. That's cool. Okay, Facebook. Welcome in on Facebook. I guess we're getting a message on Facebook. That was interesting. I had never seen that. Okay, who got here first? Mimi, plant lover, as Dimples. Hey, boo. Hi, Vicky. Hey, boo. Honey, say that. Hi, Kay. Jazzy, DMV. Bible lady, what's good, sis? Sunflower, what's going on? Miss HLS, what's going on? Justin's mom. Mocha wine. Misty blue. Always a lady. Sharonda Blackman, what's going on, sis? Freedom is coming. Travel girl, Tam. Is it Ollie Marie? Why did I mess that up? Ollie Marie, how are you? Blue Bear. Plant lover for the 2 times. Lugine. Call me Shell. Miss ICU too. Okay. Honey, say that for the 2 times. Let's see. Kathy, darling. Hey, boo. Loving every moment. Is it Mocha Creme 12? Black Swan. Jackson Tabasco. Ducky Dexter. Sweet Tea. Only me 23, very cherry. My God, you guys are just coming on in. Sherry D. What's up? T Collins, Bon. Ms. Linda, hey boo. Best way to spend your hump day. Thank you. Blessed Lady E, Robbie, She Speaks, Patty. If you're on Facebook, share me out. Share me to your friends. That helps me so much. Share. It's very much appreciated. Sparkly hands, what's going on, Tanya? Kevin Durant's hairbrush. Did I forget anybody? Did I miss anyone? I hope I said just listening. Okay, dim folks, how's it going? All right, did I miss anybody? I hope not. If I did, my bad. Y'all, there's some craziness going on. Okay, first of all, if you missed members I'm up early every morning. This morning I went live. I intended to be live in members for an hour, and it went embarrassingly longer than that. And I was so tired. I was like, guys, I'm going to go take a nap. Did I go take a nap? No, of course not. I fell down a rabbit hole and just got myself out of it. And I was trying to record a video, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go live because I wanted to talk about this anyway. Okay, so number one thing I want to talk about before we get into the main crux of today is that you guys may have heard that it's how embarrassing is this? So of course, we all know Beyonce has been on tour. Beyonce went to Scamlanta. I hate this, I love Atlanta, but Atlanta, y'all, can people just go out to eat? So Beyonce's crew, 2 people from her crew were out for a meal, and they stop, and I'm not sure if they got profiled, if someone saw them leaving a hotel, if someone saw them leaving the airport. I'm not sure what happened, but we got to listen to this story real quick because I posted the 911 call, and I think people don't really believe that this actually happened, but it did. So let's get into this first real quick. And then I think that the police put the 911 call out because they already know who the person is. You know what I mean? Like if they weren't close to arresting the individual, they probably would still be holding information super close. But I almost feel like it's probably embarrassing for Atlanta to have such, I'm sure it's embarrassing when anything happens to a tourist or people who are visiting or on business or whatever the case might be. But Beyonce bringing so much revenue is cycling through in a short period of time of people buying concert tickets, buying food, drink, going to hotels, rental cars, plane tickets, just the influx that comes when you have somebody who decides to bring business to your city. How embarrassing is that? Um yeah. I heard that they were closing in on a suspect. They may have already gotten the person, so I could be behind on this, but nonetheless, we'll play this because this is what I got for right now. But once they catch the person, girl, I hope they're going to Fulton County because we're gonna be on it. How dare you? How dare you steal from Beyonce's girl? The guy sounded so he was like, hello? Uh Okay, I somebody broke in my car. It's real. He didn't even want to say. I know I would have been embarrassed too. I would have been nervous about losing my job, everything. Thank you, Kathy, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Let's listen and see what happened. This is according to is this WSB TV? Hopefully this is gonna play right and not gonna go to a commercial. Okay.
He's live now in Northeast Atlanta at 5 o'clock. And Michael, you found
Why
out
does
the
this look
suspect
bad?
used a rental car while committing this crime.
Well, George, right now, no one is in custody, but I spoke with a local woman today, who confirmed that she got a call from Atlanta police last week telling her that her car was now considered evidence in a criminal investigation. At the time, they couldn't release any more details. Then we talked to her today, broke the news that it was involved in this Beyonce investigation, and she was stunned. As the search for the suspect accused of stealing hard drives containing Beyonce's unreleased music continues.
It's like, why would they play all that music?
Details about the theft that's left the beehive buzzing.
The art suffers, and I feel for it, but I mean, at the end of the day, things happen to everybody.
Return it. It doesn't belong to you. You weren't supposed to be entering it anyhow. Go see her concert and support her.
According to the incident report, investigators believe the suspect who broke into Beyonce's choreographer's SUV may have been behind the wheel or even a passenger in this red 2025 Hyundai Elantra. This afternoon, I spoke off camera with the owner of the car, who asked us not to identify her because of the ongoing investigation. But she told me that she worked with a private car service that rents out her car. She also confirmed.
So you think she has her car on Turo or something? She might have had, how many people have had their car. The guy who had the Cybertruck down in New Orleans, didn't he rent the car through Turo? Like a lot of people rent through Turo to do weird stuff. Not only because somebody in our chat right now might use Turo. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the people who use Turo for nefarious activity.
The police reached out to her last week to tell her that her car was considered evidence in a criminal investigation. We reached out to APD, but a spokesperson declined to comment, citing the ongoing investigation. This latest development comes less than 24 hours after APD released this 911 call that captured the moment the Grammy-winning singer's choreographer reported the break-in to police.
They have my computers, and it's really, really important information in there. Like, I work with someone who's like of a high status, and I really need my computer and everything.
And again, we are staying in close contact with investigators. They've issued that arrest warrant. As soon as they make an arrest, we'll pass it along. We've also reached out to Beyonce's representatives, as well as the choreographer and the dancer. So far, no one has returned our emails.
Girl, and they're not going to. They're not going to they're not going to answer at all, I'm sure, until they want those computers back. Period. So anyway, that's crazy, right? I did post the 911 call yesterday. Hold on a second, let me pull it up. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, this is the 911 call.
Atlanta 911 operator 7731. What's the location of your emergency?
Hi.
Ma'am.
I'm at hold on one second. Hello?
What's the
Yes.
address? Where are we?
Yes. I am at 99 Croc Street.
You need police, fire, or an ambulance?
It's someone broke into my car.
Okay. Oh, are you at a business? Parked at a business?
No. I was parked at a in a garage while I went to a restaurant, but they stole like my computers and everything, but it has a tracker on it.
Oh, what
So I
level of the
can see
parking
what
lot? Okay. What level are you on?
on the main level.
What kind of car do you have?
It's a rental. It's a wagon.
I mean, the thing is, so why would anyone have access to something? So if I know she plans everything ahead, but something is not making sense. So even though this person, I mean, this person does not sound. I think they sound worried. You know what I mean? We don't know what they might be one of the best dancers. If they're a choreographer, then their job is to put dance moves together, not necessarily do press releases. So even though they don't sound like they would, this is probably not their job to, they're calling because, oh shit, my job is on the line. I just lost all my work tools. Just imagine if you went out to dinner. You just came from work, you left your briefcase or your work backpack in the back of the car. You went to STK, you went to wherever to have dinner, and you come back and your car is gone, or um you know, your windows bashed. It's the same thing. Like, he's working for Beyonce. Now, if you've got valuable sensitive information, maybe you take the bag inside with you, but I can't even tell you how many times I've left my work computer in the car and didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he didn't give a fuck, but you don't really think that people are going to come and steal your suitcase, much less would your suitcases, I don't know. Who leaves a laptop in the car? A lot of people. A lot of people. I know we run into the store all the time. Farah could have her school computer because they all have laptops. They're not worth a whole lot, but we'd still have to pay for it if it got stolen. I've never had a situation where I've had a break in a vehicle, but I know I've left my work computer in my car, girl, overnight, and girl didn't think twice about it. I would have just had to say sorry. You know what I'm saying? But yes, being in a city, being from out of town, I guess this is a good wake up call, because as these people are flying in, you're going through the airport, or even you're just exiting the airport, even if they're flying in on a whole entire charter jet and they're just leaving, people are seeing, people may know, um oh, that's Beyonce entourage, who knows? But I cannot imagine that her entourage, her team, is not being spotted when they're landing, whether they're walking through airports or they're getting bussed off the property. You've got people who are still taking them to go pick up rental cars, checking them into hotels. People are seeing you, they know who you're with. So if you've got scammers in the midst waiting to be able to identify somebody and catch you slipping, that's pretty much it. Because you see that set. How many people does she travel with? The team has got to be a couple of hundred, at least a couple of hundred people. You see all the dancers they have. Do you imagine the work crew? It's probably a lot of people. I was thinking when the suitcases got stolen, I was thinking they took something from like backstage at the Mercedes-Benz arena, but that's not how it went down. It went down, I guess, at a parking deck when two people went out to go eat. But you just never know who was following them. Yeah, it's not a good thing to do, because I think you all are saying you wouldn't do it because you know that people can steal, right? I had my car broken into when I was maybe 22. Lesson learned, never leave anything in the car. Absolutely. It happens. So I don't know. Anyway, it happened, and I guess we'll hear more about it. Criminals don't care. Criminals don't care. And I don't know if they were plotting to steal music more so than they were just probably plotting to steal. Who knows? That's exactly what I'm saying. I think that somebody probably saw them and whoever else. I think it was a crime of opportunity because you're new in a city, whether they're from Atlanta, who knows, but somebody saw the team, and these people who robbed them were able to follow them. They went into a restaurant to go have a meal and had no idea what was going on, came out, and these people travel the world, probably haven't had a problem. And this particular time, you've got somebody who, yeah. I'll leave anything in a car. Yeah, people do though. I swear to God, it's like as soon as I go live. Okay, let's pivot, guys. Off of this. I guess this is just a developing story. We're gonna hear more. I want to give you guys a quick trigger warning because we're gonna pivot back over to the girl. I did pull some information from Virginia about Miss Afeni Badu Mohammed. I just don't know how she slipped through the cracks, y'all. Ma'am, this was her Alexandria report. So in 2022, her charge, is this the first one? Am I on the right thing? Hold on. Girl, malicious wounding. Wounding. Felony, criminal felony, class 3. And I guess she got it lowered to unlawful wounding, class 6. She totally got a chance to skate on this situation. She totally skated, and she basically got probation. And there's a girl now who came to TikTok saying that she's the one that she stabbed at Taco Bell. Girl, yeah, you have to activate your Find My your Find My app, and have everything on the tracker. Girl, as soon as I leave Workbush's mastermind, okay, I see you. Let me if I leave the house, or when I leave the house, anything that's on my profile, which I'm sure you guys all know this if you're Apple people, and I'm sure I don't know what they have on Samsung or Android, but the minute I'm out of my neighborhood, it will alert me like you left 4 devices behind, like you left your phone, you left your laptop, you left your iPad, you left the funny thing is that one time I left my AirPods at a restaurant. It was like into day 2. I just hadn't used them. And I went back and looked in my alerts, and it was like, you left your AirPods at is Cali Mexican restaurant or something. Like, it totally told me that I had left them behind, because I was like, say we went out to dinner Monday, it was like Wednesday, and I was like, oh my God, babe, I think I left my AirPods at the restaurant. Anyway, I was lucky they had them for me. When I tracked them, it was right there at the restaurant, and I went and got them. But yeah, girl, that Find My app is, girl, it's priceless. Okay. You're at the bushes in the dental chair. Okay. Did anyone hear the person she's yes, we're going to get to that. Okay. Slow down, everybody. All right. Let's get to this first. All right. So we're in Virginia. We're on her docket. and ma'am had malicious wounding, and I think it was whittled down to unlawful wounding, which is crazy. Okay. And also she had unlawful injury, stabbing, cut, wound without malicious intent. How do you not have malicious intent? But anyway, she ended up she took a plea, she pled guilty, and they gave her probation. They gave her 1 year. She was supposed to get a 4-year sentence, suspended. Both ran consecutively, and 1 year of probation. I mean, really and truly, she should still be in prison right now. She should be in prison, but they gave her probation. Can you believe that? Unlawful injury, stab, wound. Unlawful injury. So 2 unlawful injuries, stab, wound. Meanwhile, it's 3 years later, she killed somebody. And then, as someone stated in the chat, was it RJ? I see you. RJS. Allegedly, Mr. Wayne is missing. Hold on. Girl, Wayne, who is on the registered SO offender, the S list, sex offender. He is a registered sex offender. Her roommate that she was renting a room from, baby, they haven't seen him in 2 weeks. Okay. Girl, the whole day just blown. Bye, y'all. What's wrong, honey? What's wrong with Beyonce? Did you get a promotion or something else? I'm so sad. I'll be able to see y'all live at night. Love you guys, TTL. I'll be able to see you guys live at night. I just want to let you know I'll be MIA for the next month at least. I'm training my replacement. Okay. So she'll be okay, Beyonce. We'll do some lives at night. Don't worry, hon. You'll be able to catch me. We'll try to do something at night. Got a promotion. Okay, hold on a second. Girl. Period. Okay, congratulations. Go get your bag. Okay. Yay. Congratulations. That's awesome. Girl, yes.
Look at somebody and tell them, believe I will. Anybody got a praise?
Okay, get your money, sis. Okay, yes. Okay. You got this. We'll be around. We're not going anywhere. And then if I don't know if you're on East Coast or not, but we'll try and do we'll try and come in the morning on some member stuff at least once a week. I'm trying to figure it all out. But yeah, congratulations, Boo Boo. That's awesome news. You're giving somebody some encouragement out here. Somebody out here is waiting to find out about a promotion. So that's good news. Okay. Okay. We got you. We got you, girl. And then we'll see you on the weekend. Don't worry. We're not going anywhere. Okay. All right, guys. So allegedly, Mr. Ronald Wayne Fisher's family have put out a missing persons report. I cannot verify this. I'm going to just tell you off the top. I have not verified. I would have to reach out to the police department. But I heard through the Facebook grapevine that there has been a missing persons report by his family, but I can't validate that at the moment. I haven't had a chance to call and see, and I don't know if they'll tell me if there is a missing person report for him. But according to Mark D, if you guys know from 8 Mile Radio, I was watching him. Well, I'm not even watching. I saw a post that he put up, and it stated that one of his contacts, went by the residence to ring the bell, I guess ask some questions, and they did not answer. No one answered at the address. And then a neighbor came out and said that he hasn't been seen in 2 weeks. That's what Mark put on a post, if I can find it. I'm sure I can find it. Maybe I put it on my, let me see. Let me see. Oh. Do, 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 do. Hold on, let's see. Oh, I don't know if I have that on here. I'll have to find it, but that's the gist of it. Other people are saying the same thing too. I heard someone say that there was a missing persons report from the family. I'm not sure about that, but like I said, Mark D said somebody, one of his contacts, went to the house, her address on file, I guess where Mr. Fisher lives, and rang the bell. He did not answer. A neighbor came out and stated that they hadn't seen him in 2 weeks. And then it's going around. People are saying that the family has filed a missing person report. So I would think he would come out the blue because folk are looking, because this lady has a history of playing with knives, and she was really upset. Why would she do something to her roommate? Well, let's get a load of this. So trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. If you are very sensitive, if this is going to bother you, you might want to pop out. Ma'am it's going to include some screaming. She's kind of like having a panic attack situation. She's highly upset at her roommate. So this ties into, well, what was going on with the roommate? Why would she do anything to him? On Juneteenth, you can see right here, she hashtagged it Juneteenth. Okay. She's talking about a situation that happened in March, but she's still writing about it on Juneteenth. So we don't really know what was going on between March and Juneteenth, because this was posted when 3 weeks ago. Okay. Right here it says 3 weeks ago, Juneteenth. I feel like I read this. It took a long time for me to process this awful experience that I have faced while trusting to rent a room with a rent partner. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming a roommate, right? Someone I did not know but needed somewhere to live. I've been wanting to share this story, but it took a long time because by the time I shared this story, I wanted to be able to look at these videos to see myself as evolved and not the same girl in the video. Now, when I look at these videos, I don't even feel like the girl in the videos. I feel more stronger and powerful than before. Everything I've been through throughout those years, those 2 years of staying with that person, it all came down to it that my dad was right. I think we read this the other day. I was better being homeless, living in a car, living out of a car, than to be under a roof with a creep. And I want to thank everyone who helped me get through the struggle of mental abuse I was facing, all that harassment I was facing. I want to thank everyone for helping me get through it. And I definitely want to thank Marshall B. Mathers. Of course, you know, that's Eminem, for helping me get through it too. When I say I felt embarrassed and vulnerable, I waited because I knew one day I had that perfect moment and I would know that today on Juneteenth is the perfect moment. So thank you everyone for supporting me and helping me get through this. It wasn't easy, but now I felt more live. And whoever that girl was who he harassed at his job, I want her to know she doesn't have to be ashamed. She did the right thing speaking up and shouldn't feel guilty at all that Wayne Fisher won't be working there anymore. It's just a quite ominous post. And if he is in fact missing, it's weird. Okay. And we all know what Juneteenth is, right? So this is interesting. Let me start
this part out. I'm just sitting at this park.
If you're sensitive to people being upset and screaming, you might want to leave because she's gonna scream
right now. I wanted to I had to talk to my neighbor Wayne again and like clear up everything with him, because how I said how like he's always like he always like look at me a certain way or something, and I told him that like I don't want to have sex. I told him that. So it's like, you know, sometimes he would give me something to eat or something if I didn't make anyone on Instacart. I get that. But I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me sometimes. I want him to think that I owe him sex. So now, like, after I told him that, it's like he's been crying and crying and telling me he think I use him. Dismissing everything that I do for him and did for him. Dismissing the fact that he had this condition that he'd been going through for a long time and nobody can help him. But me, I helped him get through it. And I cook, and, you know, I don't have a lot of money, but I still make money at work. But, you know, I don't have a car right now. I'm still working to get in a car.
If 3 weeks ago, so this could be an old video, but she had a car because when she killed Jennifer Harris, they said she went to her car. She went to her car. When Jennifer sent her home, she left in a vehicle. I wonder whose vehicle. Does she have a vehicle registered to her? Or is she driving Wayne's car? Where's Wayne? Right?
And he feels like I owe him sex. And now he's mad and crying and trying to make me feel guilty.
Who's the younger white dude that was her boyfriend? I'm confused. Well, there are women who've got more than one man now. She was living with a guy. I don't know that was her man. The man she was living with, I think, was just some older creepy guy who she was renting a room. Her boyfriend, I'm not sure, but we'll look through. We'll start from the top and go work our way down through her Instagram feed. A car. What do you mean? She had a car. My question was she driving Wayne's car? Because that would be interesting if she had Wayne's car at the scene of the crime and Wayne hasn't been seen in 2 weeks. That's my point. I'm not sure if what that was. Whose car was she in? I don't know. That's my question too. She let her mental health issues overtake her mind. Right. She it's unfortunate. Yeah. It's unfortunate. She was kind of spinning out of control with no guide rails, no one to help, no one to kind of keep this, keep her from going off the rails completely. And it seems like that's what happened.
I need to just calm down. I'm gonna be okay. But I should have known. I'm playing my peaceful music so I don't have to listen to you doing this, and you're interrupting my music, calling my phone. Please leave me alone. You told me you never ignore me. Stop fucking with me! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Please! Leave me alone! Please!
Y'all, my bad. Okay, that was my question too. Whose car? Because she was saying she didn't have a car, and at the scene of the crime, she was driving a car. I just wonder, had her car situation changed? Um, I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure the police are on it now. You know what I mean? Like, I would imagine this is like high priority. I'm sure there's tons of priorities in Macomb County, but I'm sure this case has got to be one of them. Because this is strange. And if Wayne is truly missing and his family put a missing persons report out, they're gonna go and be like, excuse me, Afeni. Um, where's Wayne? Do you know where Wayne is? Okay. Um, girl. In episode we're getting caught up over here for a minute. Yeah, she was having issues, guys. Definitely need. Okay, let's read this text. Did we miss part of it? Hopefully not. You got to really be mindful of things like that when you're working. Oh, we missed part of it. Can I go back to it? All right, let me put this on. How much did we miss? So look, you guys can see. I wish I could have stopped this before it went too far. Hold on. Let me reset it and then we'll get back to the text messages, because the text messages, basically he is telling her, maybe just take a minute and read through these. Basically, he just got fired from his job in these text messages. And what he's saying is that he came too close to somebody at his job and touched their waist or something. Something happened. And then she's talking about, let me put the volume down. We'll get back to it. She was basically saying, like, you've got to be careful when you're in small spaces. The guy's on the sex offender list. Okay. This is Wayne. Wayne is on the sex offender list. And Wayne is Wayne is the roommate who is now missing, and he lost his job at some point. They're texting each other back and forth. When the texts come back up, I'll stop it. But basically he's telling her that he just lost his job because of a situation where he touched somebody and they didn't feel comfortable. They reported him and he lost his job, and she's telling him to be careful. She's also telling him she doesn't want to have sex with him, and like she doesn't want to show him her body, and he needs to basically like stop asking. And I forgot what else it said, but I'll read it to you in just a minute. It was very much giving creepy. Yes. So let me just, yeah, we're gonna go past this. I have a heart, but we have to also remember she has committed a homicide. She's stabbed people. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have compassion for her, and it seems like she's going through something. It's just sad that she didn't have anyone out here to show her, to help her and get her to some help for whatever she's going through, because there's a family missing someone. Jennifer's family is missing mom. The girl who she stabbed at Taco Bell says that she has severe PTSD from the stabbing and what she did to her. And we don't know where Wayne is. So this really could be a problem, y'all. We don't know. Yeah. She's going through a lot. So definitely some probably feeling out of control or not in control of her surroundings and settings. So, I can't imagine having to live like that. But that's the reality for a lot of people. But, she was trying to do the best she could, renting a room, going to work, but it's quite possible that nothing was going to really help this situation until it hit rock bottom. Hopefully I'm on stop right now. I hope. Okay. How can I be positive when everything negative coming at me from all directions. So this side is Wayne, and then this is Afeni, right? Hey, you're going to have to wait a minute trying to get money to send to you. I am not even near motel. I'm not sure what that means. Don't keep making it seem like I'm the reason your job fired you, because I'm not the one helping you. Stop trying to make me feel like, oh, supposed to be the blame for that, because that's out of my hands. I'm unsure what took place while you work there. I haven't even ate today yet. He said, me neither. So while I'm trying to figure it his shit. So while I'm trying to figure it his shit. Girl, these text messages kill me. Okay. So while I'm trying to figure it his shit out, stop hitting my phone. Not blaming you for my job loss. Only person to blame is me. But you don't even know what you did. At least that's what you told me. Found out today when I bumped into someone, I accidentally touched them with my hand. He's on the sex offender list, guys. Keep in mind. Found out today when I bumped into someone, I accidentally touched them with my hand. The person was uncomfortable when that happened, and she was a minor. Okay, that's the part I forgot. So he bumped into somebody with his hand, and the person was uncomfortable when that happened, and she was a minor, which made it worse. Been crying all day and also searching for another job. And he said, touched her where? That's what Afeni said. And he said her waist. I didn't even realize it when it happened. Okay. So he's up to shenanigans too. You got to really be mindful of things like that when you're working around people in small areas. I was uncomfortable when you touched my behind one time at the house. And I felt obligated and forced to show you my bare body because you kept giving me money and looking at me in a dirty way. I never felt comfortable about any of that. It was causing me depression and I felt trapped, especially when you kept telling me that you wanted to have sex with me. I felt like I was trapped and I knew eventually I would be trapped. I wouldn't be trapped anymore. To this day, I still feel uncomfortable about that. I was really hoping you would come get me today. I bought you things because I love you, because I loved you, was never trying to trap you or obligate you. Now I'm crying even more. This is damn Wayne over here. Okay, guys, hold on. This is Wayne. Okay. That's who she's going back and forth with on this. Okay. No one. Now he's crying even more. No one should ever feel obligated giving their body to someone to have their way with them just because they will help them with money. When I kept telling you I don't want to have sex with you, you still, oops, hold on. No one should ever feel obligated giving their body to someone to have their way with them just because they will help them with money. When I kept telling you I don't want to have sex with you, you still continued to ask me. You even tried to ask me the other day, even when I already told you I don't want to have sex with you and won't. Girl, let me tell you something. Do you imagine the Cellbrite download of her phone? Girl, her phone might have a treasure trove of nonsense in it. Her text messages, they're going to know what happened to Wayne. Because if her and Wayne have been texting, girl, do you imagine what's in her phone? Okay. So you were stepping on my boundaries every time I kept asking you. Oh, excuse me. You were stepping on my boundaries every time you kept asking me. He said, no, I didn't. Hold on. He said, no, I didn't. There is no need of lying because the truth is already out there. I'm just a person whose intentions are good, but all I am is misunderstood. You know that song? Please don't pretend that my intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't help me be the dun 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 dun. He's using musical lyrics. I don't even know if she knew that that was a song. You know, I mean, oh Lord, you know, you guys know what song I'm talking about, right? I owe you nothing else because I've been paid you back for the check you loaned me. However, I'll still help you for now, but you have to wait until the money get on my card. But I want you to understand I don't owe you anything. This is coming genuinely from me. I was always genuine and everything was out of love, not want. That is the truth. See, I don't know what was going on with these two. If they were having sex and she cut it off, or she was just, you know, giving, you know what I mean? If she said she showed him her body, I don't really know what was up with that. Trying to force someone to have sex with you, even when they repeatedly told you won't, they don't want to have sex. This was a bad roommate situation. Don't want to have sex with, okay. Trying to force someone to have sex with you even when they repeatedly told you they don't want to have sex with you isn't genuine. I will talk to you later when I'm able to send the money to you. I guess she owed him some money. And then that was it. Girl. Her and Wayne had some money dealings. Apparently there was something going on. He wanted sex. She mentioned showing him her body. I don't know what that was, but all he had to do was follow her Instagram because she was over here, you know, I don't know where this was. You know, she's over here at some sort of a hot tub. I don't know if it looks, girl, I don't know if that's where that is. Some sort of place. Jamming to something, girl. Okay. Let's find the ones where she's talking. Some people said that this looked like Carrie. Let's see. Carrie's prom scene. Oh my God. Okay. Is she cosplaying Carrie? Okay. So this is in April. She said she was tired of not having food in the house.
I'm tired of not having shit in the house anymore. Ooh, olives. I think I might get some olives.
I don't know what this weird music is she's playing. It might be her music. I'm not really sure. Girl, her music is okay. She's not happy with us. She said, I'm the lava babe. I'm volcano made. She said, I'm the lava babe. I'm volcano made. I wonder if they have figured out at the jail that she has a wig on. Don't they normally not let you wear wigs? That was strange that she still had a wig on. But maybe if she had it glued on, they weren't sure. Oh, okay. She said something about Wayne. I'm curious. Oh.
So I was at my second. Well, she ain't my client, but
Hold on.
So I cleaned the house. It was only a 3-hour job. I really needed like 6 hours to clean that fucking house. It was like cobwebs and shit everywhere. I did the best I could with it. But it was just when I got upstairs to that fucking bathroom, man, that shit was traumatizing me. I was like, you know what? I ain't stressing myself out. I'm going to do what I can. And whatever I can't scrub up, it's going to stay there. And I let the lady know I scrubbed what I could. But, you know, some stuff ain't come up, you know?
It's a treasure trove of information. It's just a lot. It's a lot to take in. I don't know if she posted those underwear pics for Wayne, but if Wayne was following her, all he had to do was go to her Instagram to go see what, you know what I'm saying? Not like she was naked on her Instagram, but come on. I don't want to say I feel bad for her. I do feel like she deserved, it's sad. She was in her own world, and I feel bad for her that she didn't have any help, or maybe she wasn't open to help. I don't know. I have a hard time after she killed somebody and those kids don't have a mother. I don't know if, she makes it seem like the mom, Jennifer, was harassing her at work, but there's a reoccurring theme of people showing up now to the internet to say she was a mess at work and she's not perfect. But no, you guys are sweet. She's got some mental illness. Yeah. I feel bad that she didn't, that she might not have even been aware that she needed help. And sometimes if you're in that situation, she could have been attracting to her other people. I mean, it's not her fault that Wayne was like this, but the fact that she fell into the clutches of somebody who wanted to manipulate her, or somebody who wanted to kind of quid pro quo her, like, okay, you can stay here, you probably have a cheap rent, but you need to, I want to see you naked like once or twice a week, or let's do the nasty, or give me some, or can I watch you take a shower? Whatever creepy shit he was into. Unfortunately, there's girls out here, there's people, forget about just girls, because it happens to men too, that have to kind of survival sex work, even though it's not traditional sex work. It's just kind of, okay, I'm going to let you eat and you're going to show me your butt, or whatever the trade-off is. So it could have been a long history of her having to trade off bits of herself to be able to survive. So it's very sad. It's very, very sad. It's just awful. It's okay, Jay Breezy. It's okay, boo. Friend, when they are in that state, the state is normal for them. Yeah, I mean, but this could have been something she's been going through for a long time. Now, her lawyer did say she had severe abuse. So we don't really know what was going on with her, but the fact that when she stabbed somebody 2 and 3 years ago should have been a clear indication that probation went in. Like, she really needed some help. So fast forward, I mean, did you guys see? I'll find the Vigil where the owner of McDonald's. Just imagine this lady has some little kids, right? This man, the owner of the McDonald's, that lady has been in his employ for 15 years. So he's watched all those kids grow up. The lady was 39 years old, which means she started working there at 24. Just remember all of us at 24. 24 to 39. What a leap that is. She had little babies. She didn't even have all her kids. So he's her boss, but this is someone who's known her for a very long time. The people are tore up over there. It's sad.
But other than that, it was pretty smooth. Like, I got there a little late, but I left on time though, because I'm like, I'm not staying extra. She's like, you sure you don't want to stay extra, clean up?
Somebody said her hair looked like the little girl in the Wendy's in the like Wendy from Wendy.
I gotta drive 30 minutes to the other client, so I don't have time for it. You can rebook me though. So okay, I'll rebook you. I'm like, thank you. She has so many Barbies. She had like 1 million Barbies. It was amazing. I'm like, damn, I should have took some pictures. There was a lot of Barbies. But now I ain't taking no pictures because I wasn't there to take pictures. I was there to clean. But I did take before and after pictures of the bathroom. That bathroom was hideous. But I told her to book me again. But I'm not going back there. No, I'm not going back there. Hell no. Hell no. You would never see me again. I'll never go back to that fucking house ever. It was hideous. Ugh. It was hideous. She had like 1 million Barbies. Like, I was like a kid in the toy store. Like, I'm like, wow, you have so many Barbies. You would think she would have offered me a Barbie before I left. Damn. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you didn't even offer me no Barbie. You see, I like these damn Barbies. She tipped me 50.
I just, can you believe her rationale? You like Barbies. You're at someone's house who has a lot of Barbies, who clearly collects Barbies. And you really, really think that she owed you a Barbie? Like, you thought that was, I mean, it's just, she does have a little bit of an entitlement. I'm sorry. For her to even just think that off the top of her head is that, I mean, she's obviously got mental illness, but come on.
$15. I would have rather her gave me one of those Barbies. She has so many damn Barbies. You ain't offer me one. It's like, no, I don't care. I can easily get one if I can easily get a Barbie from off this website I go on if I really was desperate.
Well, go to Walmart and buy one for $9.
I'm not going back there. Some places, some houses, they wanted me to come back. I'll go back, but that one, no, ma'am. You will never see me again. It was disgusting, and she was like, I feel so guilty sitting over here. Yeah, you should feel guilty because what the fuck you got me in doing? What the fuck, man? Like, you got me doing some heavy duty work and shit. Normally when I go to houses, they be clean. I just gotta do little touch ups, but that shit was horrible, man. That shit needed detailing. So yeah, you damn right you feel guilty. It made me feel a little better, to know that she is aware of that. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Look, we don't know what her full background check was, but in Virginia, let's just look at this for a second. So unlawful injury, stab. So when they ran her background check, we don't know what she told them when she's sitting in the interview. She pled guilty to it. She got probation. She may have said it was an accident. It was a misunderstanding. I got into an argument with someone and they chose to hire her. I really don't know. We don't know what happened. Background checks do not always include a social media scan, because keep in mind, you don't always know people's social media to do a complete scan. So let's just say someone said, okay, Okay, I don't know what your name is, Amazing Grace, but let's just say your name is what's a good name that we don't see in our your name is Apollonia Cotero, okay? And you put on your application Apollonia, but turns out everywhere on all your social media it's Amazing Grace. And then if they even asked you and said, "Hey, can you list your social media for your job application?" Even though social media has nothing to do with your job, you put your Apollonia Cotero social media because you don't want people in your business, right? So you check social media and you do the social media, you scan the social media that was given to you, right? But also keep in mind when you check social media for one, you check for all. Somebody comes in weird, somebody comes in amazing. If you're checking social media and that's part of your background checking, then you must check social media for everyone. Okay? Even if they tell you they don't have social media, you need to go check. Well, we checked to validate. We didn't see any social media, or the social media they gave us didn't show anything because they gave me their professional social. They gave me their LinkedIn page and said they didn't have any other social media. Okay. It's almost impossible to check people's social media, not to mention what people are doing in their personal life may or may not have anything to do with the job. And there would have to be very specific criteria to gauge social media as a hiring criteria. If you see someone getting drunk on a Saturday night, alcohol is legal. You can't really hold that against someone to not hire them. And if you see someone who's in church 5 nights a week, you can't really hold that against them because you guys like to do business after hours and happy hours and stuff on Thursdays, and they're not going to be available for that, or they don't drink alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So you would have to have a very specific litmus test as to what we're looking for on this social media page and how are we going to weigh one page versus another page. So most companies are never going to tell you that they check people's social media because it's way too subjective unless your job is maybe a front facing job with the public. You're probably not going to ever have anyone tell you. There might be somebody who is in a position of authority who goes and checks people's social media, but that's their, you probably shouldn't know that. But nobody who is in a hiring capacity should be really checking people's social media like that. Because it can be very biased, it can be very subjective. People could maybe not hire someone because of their sexuality, because of their, like I said, if you're in a state that is where smoking pot is legal, people may feel a way about marijuana use. And, there's just different subjective behavior that is completely legal and private. And I would strongly suggest you never invite people to your private social media at work. Don't. I would not invite anybody at your social. I wouldn't even give people your personal phone number, because once they have your political beliefs, thank you. Once people have your personal phone number, you guys already know how that thing works. Somebody has your phone number is going to track recommendations like Facebook, Instagram. It's going to track people. Do not give out your private phone number. If people want to get a hold of you, for, what I'm saying, like, girl, I can't even release, I don't want to even say too much, but you can give people your email address, okay? Or set up a ghosted email, set up your ghosted email and give them that. And if you have your email set up to where people can text you. People do not need a phone number to text you. If they got an email address, they can text you. I'm talking about work colleagues. If you have to give up a phone number for a job application, that's one thing. But the people that sit next to you in the pod, baby, don't give them your number. They don't need to call you for what? I'll see you tomorrow, 8:00. You know what I mean? Right. Well, it's not even just to block people at work. You know what you do? Go into your settings and do not allow people to find you, you know, who've got your personal, get a Google phone number. Exactly. Great idea. Excellent idea. Okay.
So I cleaned the house. It was only a 3-hour job. I really needed like 6 hours. Like, yeah, you could have booked me again. You would never see me again. I ain't never come back to that fucking house. Nope. You can book me if you want to. I would not press accept because I ain't doing it. Get somebody else clean your fucking house.
She's obviously very angry. There's a lot going on here. I'm sure something else is going to bubble up. I've got to actually take it like one by one. I don't know if she was in this particular hoodie. They said she came back with a mask on. I don't think it was this one because it looked like she had on black. Girl, when I was like, is she at the gym? Girl, she is over there at the gym with her wig on. Girl, it's so her Instagram was so random. It's just like, girl, what are you doing? Look at these long strides she's taking. I am okay. I just want to get my stuff. Look, and she was a bully. Who's a bully? Everybody's a bully to her. I'm okay. I just want to get my stuff. And she was a bully. Okay. Everything. It's funny how she finds so many opportunities to find people to be a bully. Okay. Let's get over here real quick. This is the girl who she says that this is who that Afeni Mohammed actually, girl, okay. Okay. All right, let me move this over a little bit. Hopefully I can get this in the right. All right, let's go over here. This girl says that she worked with Afeni at Taco Bell. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get this set up right. People obviously on TikTok were getting in her shit, but okay.
Okay, so this is
all right. Is this going to be part one? It's totally out of order.
Part one, story time on what happened at my ex a long time ago job at Taco Bell with Afeni. Okay.
She calls her Afeni.
So I waited to post the story time because I wanted to give the family time to, like, a little bit of time to grieve and, you know, get their story out there and what happened and whatever happened. So this is back in 2019.
So 2019 she met her, or 2019 she started working there. I guess she had been working there for a long period of time. As you could see in the police report I showed you, I guess the stabbing happened in January 2022. That's when the stabbing occurred. And then she pled guilty by 4/28/22, and then she got probation. She should have had a 4-year sentence, but it was suspended due to her getting probation. So, okay. Oh, my bad. Okay, here we go. Sorry.
And everybody knows where. They made that clear. And I was already there. And disclaimer, our manager at the time was a sweetheart manager. Afeni was how you guys see on, I came across her Instagram/Facebook. She was exactly how she is now, like weird, on breaks. Like, I'm talking about, forget her hiding in the McDonald's tunnel plates thing for the kids, how she was. She was like hiding behind our cars. Like, the one time she climbed up under a guy's car at the job. Just like to give you a bit of a clue, like how like cuckoo for cuckoo how she was. This is also too why I want to tell y'all why I don't believe fully what Afeni was saying until some of the other employees come out and, you know, kind of validate what she's saying about the manager bullying her per se, is because she was the bully. But also, as an adult, you can't be bullied as an adult. Let's just put that clearing out there. So anyways, she comes, she gets hired, she's there for a while, couple months. And she's just every day, she's picking with the manager about like her scheduling. She's talking about she has second jobs, she has a music career she's trying to pursue, and just all these reasons why she's asking us to switch shifts with her, asking the manager to, you know, like, oh, my schedule isn't right, and da da da. So, you know, at first we all took it as like, this is somebody that just like, they're looking for reasons to not, they want a paycheck, but they don't want to work for the paycheck type of thing, you know? So, one time, Afeni asked me to cover her shift. Let's say it was a Friday, but she was saying she couldn't work that Friday. She had to work that Friday, and I would have had to work that Sunday. Okay, following me? So she asked me to swap days with her. I come the Friday, and she worked the Sunday. Now, mind you, I had done this for her on multiple different occasions. But this particular time, I just literally couldn't do it because I had my own things going on in my own life that I just could not do it this time. So she just acted as though like, she threw a fit and acted as though I absolutely had to work this shift for her. Like I was obligated. Like she was the owner of Taco Bell and I had to work this shift for her. So I didn't think the words exchanged between us were, you know, like, I didn't think they were, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I didn't take it as like we were into it or like that I should be watching for her or anything like that.
I'm just now seeing what happened with Afeni, and I am the ex-employee from Taco Bell that she did like stab. Like she is really crazy. I feel so bad, and I'm so blessed and lucky because this easily could have been me when the situation occurred with me. She just used to like, I don't know. If y'all want a story time about what occurred with her, let me know.
Okay, I think it's, oh man.
And by the way, while we're taking this as a joke,
I don't think anybody's taking this as a joke. I just think that people are just, I don't know. I think people process how they process. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different way to take in, because it's a little shocking. This situation.
So, part two of what happened at Taco Bell with Afeni. So in the first part, y'all was asking me about elaborating on her climbing up under the guy's car. So just to get that out the way, she climbed up under one of the employees' cars and like grabbed, when he went to go like get in his car, she like was up under the car, like up under his car, and like grabbed him by his ankles and put shackles on his ankles. She put shackles on his ankles, and then she climbed.
Where did she get shackles from?
from up under the car, and she pushed him inside of the car. She pushed him inside of the car, and she held him at knife point, um, and basically was telling him to stop bullying her, leave her alone. He better start working shifts for her. Things are going to be seen her way or the highway at the job. If not, that she was taking him to like an outer space and things like that. So he reported it to HR. Why he didn't call the police first, I mean, you guys would have to, ask him about that. But when it was reported to HR, she made it seem as though to him, once they pulled them two into the office, that she was just kidding. Like, she was playing and it was a joke. I thought we were friends, like that type of thing. So, yeah.
She been planning that like she did with me.
Okay. This is all out of order. Okay, so this was that.
Okay, so this is part 3 on what happened at Taco Bell with
it's like,
Afeni,
can you tell us when she stabbed you, please?
And she worked there. I just want to say, you guys have to be patient with me and understand that I do have PTSD from the situation occurring, and I never thought I would have to relive this story again. I don't feel like justice was served, and I hope that now justice is going to be served. It's just sad that someone had to lose their life in order for this animal that she is to be caged. Seriously. Okay, so back to where I left off. I left off on a part of her hiding up under one of the ex-employees as well's car. It was a male's car she hid up under. And I can go more into detail about that later on down the line. But so after they sat with HR or whatnot, and they whatever happened in the meeting with them, she still worked there. Like, shockingly, she still worked there. She still was able to come to work every day. I could kind of say they tried to like keep them from working together, but all in all, she still worked there. So she starts back working there or whatever. Nothing changes. She's still like, just like thinking she's trying to have it her way, like always calling off, always asking people to change shifts with her while she's on the shift, like just like weird, like hiding in the freezer, in the bathroom stalls, punching on the walls, punching and kicking the doors. And they're just thinking like maybe she's going through some stuff at home. So I'm guessing that's why they continue to try to work with her. So I want to go back to where the issue started with me and how she, SAB'd me. So again, like I said,
how she SAB'd her. Is she trying to say stabbed her? I guess.
She had asked me to switch a shift with her, and I told her I absolutely could not do it. I had done it for her multiple times in the past. She was upset. So, like I said, I didn't think that there was any problem with us, but she did stop, like,
right. I'm listening. Okay.
And, like on the beginning of the shift and speaking, like she would be rude, like throwing, like once she bagged the food up, because sometimes, like, once the food came down the line, she would be the person to bag it, to hand it to me, to pass it to whoever was in the drive-thru. So she's like throwing food at me, stuff like that. So I kind of sensed the attitude or whatever. So it just was like every day she would just be picking. Like, I believe as an adult, you can be picked with, but you cannot be bullied. She was
just tell the story. When she's like, as an adult, okay. Yeah, that's the second time she said as an adult you can't be bullied. Okay.
Just picking. Like, she would talk to herself, like literally talk to herself. She would start singing out loud out of nowhere, take the headset off and like put them around her neck and like pull them from the back. Just little stuff like that. That I guess, we all ignored the signs kind of, but not really. So, 3 days after that, that I told her I could not work. So this was, let's say it was a Friday, like I said. So let's say Monday we came back and we're both working a shift together again. So she's like, "Hey Lola, can you come in the back with me? I need help lifting up this box." So we get in the refrigerator, in the cooler, and she flicks this blade out on me. And pins me like up against the whatever it was we were getting at the time. I can't really remember. Whatever it was, she pins me up against it, and she starts calling me out my name and stuff. And okay, so so this is part 3. So I just wanted to come and do a little update. I am currently at work right now, but I just wanted to address like a couple of the comments and stuff and the accusations that even though I really don't care if y'all believe me or you don't, but here's just a little bit of proof. These are just a couple of my old marks from, and I will finish the story time when I get off of work. Okay, so this is part 3 on what happened at Taco Bell with. This is the last disclaimer I'm gonna post. Yes, this occurred in 2022, but if you go back to the first part of my story, and it's a shame that everybody's so peanut brain, like the people that are being peanut brain, we started working there in 2019. That's why I said 2019. We started working there in 2019. So this occurred over time, and the incident occurred in 2022. That's why I still have yet to even explain to get to the part of the cutting.
Well, girl, the thing is happening now. You're mad because people aren't catching the tea, but the bottom line is nobody wants an extra long story time. This happened less than a week ago. You don't have time to tell us your whole work history at Taco Bell. We want to know about the stabbing. That's why people are criticizing. That's what people want to know. They want to know about the stabbing.
Stabbing or anything like that. We started the job in 2019. I started the job in 2019. She came along after that. It occurred in 2022. Okay?
Girl.
Okay, so
she's trying to do a damn Risa Tisa on us. Girl, if you don't tell this story, you're gonna lose your audience.
I just wanted to come, and this is gonna be probably like the final part. Besides,
can you turn the music down, ma'am? You are not ready for this TikTok thing, huh?
So I left off where
girl, it makes me want to just get the police report. Can you just hurry up and tell us? Girl.
Afeni had asked me to come in the freezer with her and help her get a box. I can't remember specifically what it was, the box that we were getting. She put me up against the boxes. She flicked out a knife on me. And she just began to say like how she felt as though like everybody at the job was taking her as a joke, how she felt like she was the only one that wasn't properly being accommodated as far as her shift, and how I thought and we all thought that we were better than everybody, and how we had her effed up, and she's screaming these things like screaming, squeaky, like, this is how she's talking, but it's not.
You know what I think why one of these reasons why people are so fascinated by this story is because we have all worked with somebody crazy at work. And I think it is absolutely, when these type of things happen, I think that's what it is. I think that she wasn't the boss, but she didn't like her.
Not loud. It's like in a possessive kind of voice, kind of how she was talking.
Maybe she felt like she had influence or something. I'm not sure.
So I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm begging and I'm pleading with her, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I've tried to do everything that I could to help you. I've always worked shifts when you asked me to. Like, if this stems from the situation with me not being able to switch that one day with you, I tried to explain to her what I had going on. She's steadily telling me, like, shut up, be quiet, shut up. I don't want to hear that. Shut up, be quiet. And she starts slapping her head while she's got the knife in her hand. She's slapping her head, like, just be quiet, be quiet. There's voices
Girl,
in
she
my
wasn't okay. So she's. I was about to say that. Okay, so there's voices in her head. Yeah.
head talking to me.
Okay.
Shut up. So I went to like grab, because clearly I'm bigger than her. I went to like try to like grab her arms to be like, calm down, Afeni. And she's like, no, you calm down. And she just like, she starts slicing me on my arm where I showed you guys, like the markings. She starts slicing me on my arms. So I'm then screaming because I see me bleeding. I'm like, please stop, please stop. Again, I'm asking her, like, please stop, please stop. Like, you don't have to do this. Like, I'm sorry for whatever I did. Like, what is it I can do? Like, please. Like, I'm thinking she's going to kill me. I'm asking her, like, please don't kill me, please. Like, I won't say anything to anybody, just please. And the guy who she hit up under his car and put the shackles on him, he actually ended up, because we were in the freezer too long, he actually ended up coming in the freezer and seeing, and kind of like, I don't know what he did, but he was able to get the knife off of her and like pin her down. They did, surprisingly, this is the funny thing about Taco Bell, okay? They asked if I wanted them to call the police, that I feel like I needed to, like, they wanted to try to see if they could fix anything, because I got any job, they're going to try to aid you first with the first aid kit. And disclaimer, I'm driving home, that's why I keep looking off. But
well, they asked you because they can't press charges for you. You were like, in the case of Jennifer Harris, of course they're going to call the police. They're not going to ask Jennifer, do you want us to call the police? A crime has just happened. These two got into a fight, or what looks like a fight. Could have even been a one-way fight, but she's able, like, would you like for us to call the police? They're giving her the option. If there was a bloody fight scene going on in the freezer, they probably would have just called the police because it's out of control and nobody should be breaking up a fight. The fight was already kind of broken up and they're asking, do you want us to call the police? Yes. I mean, it might sound random, but they're asking her. They're asking you.
They're going to try to aid you with the first aid kit. So they're trying to like...
It wasn't about first aid. It's also reporting the incident. But they're going to ask you, since, you know, they're not going to be the arbiter of whether a crime was committed. They're just not going to be the arbiter of that. So they're going to ask you, you know, they can take disciplinary HR action, but in terms of criminal action, they're leaving that up to you to make the decision, because you're in a position to make that decision at that moment. If you're not in a position to make the decision, then they are going to be obligated to call the police for you. But they're asking you because it was your decision to make. Basically, do you want to press charges? Even though it might seem quite obvious, it's a technicality that maybe that's just their process.
Whatever, to stop the blood, because I'm bleeding real bad at this point. So
every company is going to have a different situation. You could have the same situation happen at XYZ company and their policy could be different, but because there's policy and there's laws, and the company's policy usually supersedes and goes over and above what the law requires. And you know, they're going to follow policy and procedure first.
The nerve, the manager.
I do think she should have. I mean, she was able to plead guilty and get probation. if she had been able to, if she hadn't gotten probation, I don't know if she still would have been in jail, but she got a 4-year suspended sentence.
Was on shift at the time. Like, did I need them?
Really, she had 2 4-year sentences, so she probably would have had 8 years for what she did, and she got probation.
Call the ambulance for me, and then I want to let them know exactly what happened. They wanted me to lie and say that I got cut on the metal in the freezer, like the shelves in the freezer. If you ever worked at Taco Bell or McDonald's, anywhere with those in.
So she's saying that someone wanted her to lie. They didn't want to report the accident. I don't look, that's her store. That's the store that she worked at. I don't know why management would ask you to lie about an altercation. That's probably why they asked her, do you want us to call the police? Because they knew, yeah, the police should be called. She's been stabbed. Duh. But they're asking.
Looking off. But they're going to try to aid you with the first aid kit. So they're trying to like hurry up and get like towels and napkins, whatever, to stop the blood. Because I'm bleeding real bad at this point. So they had the nerve, the manager that was on shift at the time, like, did I need them to call the ambulance for me? And then I want to let them know exactly what happened. They wanted me to lie and say that I got cut on the metal in the freezer, like the shelves in the freezer. If you ever worked at Taco Bell or McDonald's, anywhere with those industrial freezers, you know the metal shelves I'm talking about. And we could work this out, or did I want to press charges? No, I want to press charges.
Absolutely.
This word tried to hurt, like, take my life. If you ask me, she held me hostage in the freezer, and like after that,
I wonder why they didn't give her a false imprisonment. If she's saying she held her hostage in the freezer, why was it just the 2 stabbing charges, which is really terrible that the stabbings got reduced down. But I wonder why they didn't give her a false imprisonment too.
They still, if you ask me, were considering bringing her back to the job after this happened. They were considering bringing her back.
You know, sometimes crazy people get all the breaks. It could have been, why would they consider bringing her back, an employer? Number one, because it's your word against hers. And if there's no that's why it's so important to document when people are doing weird things at work. Also, they could have been afraid of a lawsuit from her because there's very litigious, crazy people. And she could have been cooking up a scheme to make you look bad and try to get a wrongful termination lawsuit and say it was your word against hers and you did it to yourself. I mean, it could have been any number of reasons, even though she did plead guilty to the stabbing. So that didn't happen. But yeah, it's very important to not let things go too far, but you know.
So, I of course got some time off of work and
girl. Okay, let's go to this one.
All right, I'm gonna call this the conclusion video, okay? So let's start off from the top. When I worked with Afeni, whatever, however y'all want to say her name, I'll call her Afeni. Of her working at Taco Bell in the situation that happened with me. Number one, here we go. We're just going to show again. Hold on. These 2 scars I got to wear for the rest of my life. And you could clearly see that they wasn't no little baby petty marks. Okay, so to conclude this story, like I said, when she worked at Taco Bell with me, I never had to say where it was. It was, everybody knows it was in Virginia. If y'all watched the news story, when she got arraigned, you would have seen that. So I didn't know that I had to specify on that. But like I said, from top to bottom, when she first started there, she was quiet. She was reserved to herself. Then she started showing signs of just, you know, being weird, like talking to herself, pounding on the doors, hiding up under people's cars, hiding behind people's cars. When you go and you hide up under somebody's car, like I said, she hid up under the man's car and shackled him while she was under his car, put the cuffs on his feet, climbed from up under the car, And as he was trying to bend down to figure out what the hell and get him off, pushed him into his car, climbed in the car with him, pulled a knife out on him. So clearly this is her MO. A knife is an MO. Now that we unfortunately see what happened with Miss Jennifer. Pulled a knife out on him and was making certain threats to him. As I said, you can go back in the other videos before, making certain threats to him and then playing it off when it took to HR that it was a joke. Yes, they still allowed her to work around us. Yes, she was still there. And clearly, from what I'm seeing and I'm understanding, like I said in my just last video, they still made it like they still wanted her to work there. Like, oh, maybe it was a mistake. They tried to play it off as though maybe she had the...
Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have been like, this trick tried to kill me. Sometimes our language, we got to let people know what is and what isn't. Sometimes people are going to like, oh, are you sure? What? Da, 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 da. No, she tried to kill me. She's nuts. She wanted to hurt me. I don't feel safe. If somebody is bothering you at your job, it is okay to walk in the office, close the door, and say, I don't feel safe. I think this person's trying to kill me. They're monitoring me. They're harassing me. They're making me feel unsafe. And that is time for them to either open up an investigation or send that person home. If you've got one employee who's a model employee and does what they're supposed to do, and you see that there's aggression happening, it's time to send somebody home, especially when you pull out, I don't feel safe. And that's if you have some experienced HR people, but it's quite possible that maybe, obviously they wanted to, you got places that are running understaffed and they'd rather have their head count. I don't know. It sounds like she could, I don't know if she had a case or not. I guess we'll hear. Did they give her any kind of little settlement? What did they do? So let's just finish this up.
Knife to cut the boxes open. No, this was a personal knife that she had. We had
a damn kitchen
box
knife
cutters
again
to open the boxes with and stuff that was provided.
She loves the
by
knife.
The
she does.
No, she had a personal knife that she bought personally to work, and it was not a mistake. I was pinned against something and cut by her. So this girl that's on here, I don't know, saying that she bought her a HD wig and a bottle of Chanel. Look at that girl's wig. Look at Afeni's wigs that she wore from way back videos y'all see of her to now. Do you think that she afforded to buy some? She didn't buy herself a human wig, but she bought somebody else a human wig and a bottle of Chanel that goes anywhere from $300 up to $700-800. Come on now. At this point, it's just people reaching and y'all just giving them views. It's clickbait. But like I said, I was traumatized by this lady. Cut. And me getting on here and telling my story to y'all is starting to cause problems to where like, it's people messaging me, it's people.
Well, sis, I feel bad for this lady, but you don't know how to tell a story, hun. You really could have told the story. Someone said in one video, maybe two. You didn't tell us about when the police came. You didn't tell us about the police report. You didn't tell us about what happened when she went to court. Like, you could have told all of us, like, she was mad because I refused to do a shift for her. She cornered me in a freezer. She attacked me with a knife. She sliced up my arm. When the managers came and asked me, did I want to press charges? Absolutely, I did. I went to the hospital. I got 10 stitches. The police came to talk to me. They asked me, blah, 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 what happened, this, that, and the third. We went to court. I had to testify. Like, tell us the story, ma'am.
That I know, leaking my number.
Are you a
name? My name is
or
not
what?
Ma'am,
tell us that.
People close to me story. That my husband, people like that, they call me Lola. Yes, my name is Brandy. That's not a secret. I lived a lot of places. I lived in Chicago. I lived in Ohio.
Just don't know how to tell a story, po thing.
I lived in Virginia. I lived in Alabama. I currently stay.
All right, we're gonna pivot in
New
a
Orleans.
second. Don't worry.
I've lived a lot of different places. Like
Girl,
I did.
what does this
I've
have
lived
to
a lot of
do?
different places. So y'all can take what y'all want with a grain of salt. I really don't.
Okay.
And by the way, while we're taking this as a joke,
she has pretty skin though. Are you catching that, T?
Afeni's roommate,
I don't know if that's just a filter or not, but it's giving.
neighbor,
She's got pretty skin.
the person she was living with or that was helping her. Did you guys know that he's been missing for the past 2 weeks?
Okay.
His family made a missing report on him. Like, he's missing. Nobody knows where he's at. He's missing.
Okay.
So we need to start like kind of looking into that because we have a whole neighbor. I took it as he was her neighbor that was helping her out. But from what I'm understanding from going back and watching her page, is he was her roommate, a guy that let her live with him. He's missing. Nobody knows where he's at. Nobody knows where Wayne is. He's missing.
Okay. All right. Who's Wayne? Okay, we'll get over there in a second. Let's see this. So there's a lady on Facebook. Let's listen to her. Hold on a second. Let's go over here. Come on, guys. All right, let's see what's going on here. Hold on. This is interesting. All right. Anyone on Facebook, you might have already seen this.
I was searching.
You already know sis coming with the tea on this.
Around Facebook while I was taking my treatment. And Afeni Mohammed, the young lady that stabbed her manager earlier this week, she rented a room from a man. She lived in East Point, Michigan. So she rented a room from a man named Wayne. You'll hear her keep talking about Wayne. And it sounds like Wayne wanted sexual relations with her, but she was saying that she didn't. So she made posts in March of 2025. Well, now reports are saying by another site on Facebook that it's been 2 weeks since Wayne has been seen. Now, remember, she was making posts saying that she didn't want to have sex with him. Where is Wayne?
Where's Wayne?
You know, I don't make assumptions. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. We are going to draw the lines the way we want to draw them. So I'm probably thinking the way that you're thinking. And seems like to me maybe a welfare check needs to be done. At one point, she was sitting out in the park crying. And then that was on the 12th. She was crying. Then on the 14th, she said that she had ordered some type of gadget or something for Wayne. And she was helping him put it together so that he could detox. But now the report said that nobody's seen him in 2 weeks. Afeni, what was going on in your little head, girl? I'm pretty sure Virginia saw what we are seeing on her site. And I'm pretty sure it was under one of the conditions is that she seek counseling. I'm pretty sure Virginia saw it. It just didn't appear. It's been there all this time. But like I said before, people with a problem, they don't think that they are the problem or they have a problem. They think it's everybody else. So she is one of them people.
Okay. And I showed you Wayne's profile already. Wayne is a sex offender, so don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like if Wayne met his demise with Afeni, is, you know, I hate it for him, but sir was convicted of some things back in 1995 that put him on here, second degree with a child under 13. So, you know what I'm saying? Like he's on the list, he's registered. They say he was compliant up until his last check. His last verification was 6/23/25. So if people are saying they haven't seen him, we know Juneteenth, ma'am was over there posting about Wayne. And then on 6/23/25, he was last verified and listed as compliant with his status. But since then, we don't know where Wayne is. We don't know what's going on with Wayne. Wayne, you know, it is what it is. That was her roommate. We don't know what was going on with those two. We know that Wayne was pressuring her and sis seemed like she was on the brink. So, I don't know. What else do we have? Let's see what else we have over here. Just a second, y'all. Let's move some things. Let's see what's going on with her. Let's just do a complete. So this is her case in the 38th district. She has her homicide, first degree premeditated, 710 offense, felony, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent. She is scheduled. She had her 7/11 arraignment. We saw that. She's got something next week. Is that on Monday? The 23rd. Oh, that's a week from today. And then 2 weeks from today, she's got her preliminary. She's got her probable cause next week. And she has her preliminary 2 weeks from today. And then let's see. Okay, Joshua Dwayne Johnson. Is that going to be her lawyer? Girl, who's Joshua Dwayne? Hold on. Let's check out. Who is Joshua Dwayne? Baby. Let's see. Joshua Dwayne. Joshua Dwayne Jones, Macomb County Public Defender. No picture, but he's a public defender. He's listed as a Macomb County Office of the Public Defender. Is this him? Baby. Okay. You guys, hold on. Let me see. He's got a ponytail. Why do I feel like she's gonna be like Shabusiness? Why do I feel like she's going to lose it like Shabusiness? I just do. That's Joshua Dwayne Jones. He's from the Macomb County Public Defender's Office. All right, let's go back over here. So she's got a lawyer. She's got a public defender. Stood mute, not guilty. Okay. We've seen all these actions, so okay. We've seen her docket, so okay. Nothing really standing out, nothing new. There's going to be some action next week, kind of, you know, see what's going on with the probable cause. I'm sure it's going to be bound right on over. So right now it's in the district court, and then it'll go over to the circuit court once it's bound over. But that's pretty much it as far as ma'am is concerned. So this is a whole mess, y'all. Sis is in a lot of trouble. I don't know if she has any regrets at this moment. I don't know. I would think she might, but I don't know. I don't know if she has any regrets or remorse. She might feel very much um in her rights, or she may have felt some type of way. Um she was very vocal about what was going on at the job, so she may not feel any type of way at all. When I come back, I do want to talk about what happened in Milwaukee. This whole thing, if you're following me on Facebook, then I'm sure you've seen me posting some stuff about what's going on with um just to give you a quick like little heads up. um the little boy, Jamal White, baby J, he is in CPS custody. They got him in custody. They don't he has not been returned back to his parents since the abduction and return. I don't know what's going on with his parents. Now that was as of yesterday. As far as today's concerned, I don't know if he's been returned back or not, but I don't know. I'm assuming his parents have got to be under investigation, and I would imagine that includes his mother, because how is he in CPS custody if the mother, you know what I mean? I don't know that the mother and the father were living together and he was in CPS custody. That's just it. That's all. I was watching a news update and they said that the little boy, 7-year-old, was in the custody of CPS. So anyway, we're going to get into that. We just had so much to cover on Afeni Mohammed until something happens next week. If anything else comes up, then we'll go to it. But we might be caught up for a minute. Even if you claim mentally unstable, clearly she's got issues, but that's not going to excuse her for murder. All they have to do is know that she is competent to be able to stand trial and help in her defense. That's it. That's it. That's all. There's plenty of people who are fully medicated, fully loaded all day on antipsychotics, this, that, and the third. And baby, they are going straight to prison. She can be crazy all she wants, but it's not going to matter. She'll still stand trial. If she is having like a nervous breakdown and and she's not able to respond, she's not competent, that'll be one thing. And then she'll just sit indefinitely until she is competent to be able to stand trial. They don't do that anymore. The insane defense, it might just have them put you in a special program or maybe try to send you to a prison that specializes in insane folks, but it's not really going to do. I mean, if isn't Shabusiness from Michigan? What girl, hold on. Is it Taylor? Girl. Taylor Shabusiness? Baby, I think she's from Michigan. There's nobody crazier than her. Who's crazier than Taylor Shabusiness? Girl, and she stood, I mean, she was in trial. She went to trial. Yeah, they will give her a evaluation to see if she is mentally fit. But baby, if Taylor Shabusiness could sit in court, baby, Afeni, whatever you want to call her, girl, Taylor Shabusiness dismembered somebody. Okay. Maxwell Anderson, hello, in Milwaukee. He sat up there. Oh, Taylor's Wisconsin. It's still the United States. Okay. Maybe Michigan has different stipulations for their mental evaluation. I just don't think she's insane enough. I just really don't. She's crazy, but I don't think she is crazy enough. If this is her the other day. All of this is a test. Just a second. Let's see. When she stood in court the other day and they asked her to say her name and the judge asked her, did she understand? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? No, she didn't say it like that. I'm joking. But hold on. Let me go to my watch later. When the judge asked her, "What is your name? Do you understand? Like, hello, are you here? Good morning," all of those things. And she responded and answered and stood in her own representing herself. Well, wasn't representing herself, but she was able to respond, that she was aware, that she knew what was going on, and she was participating in the events. All of that is going to be used to establish her mental fitness. Hold on. At this moment, okay, here we go. Let's just run this part back right here, because this is, let's see.
Put your hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afeni Mohammed, please set forth the factual basis for the warrant request.
Yes, Your Honor. 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afeni Mohammed stabbed McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Mohammed was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Mohammed was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Mohammed admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Mohammed returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
And the requested charges are murder in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
The warrant is being signed and we can proceed to arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we're going to pass the appearances from the attorneys, but
After talking to your attorney.
Yes.
she's answering questions.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary.
All right, just a second. They didn't have to wheel her. She doesn't have on a turtle suit. So she doesn't have
proceed to arraignment.
the harm prevention suit. She doesn't have a mask on. She walked in on her own free will. Obviously, she's being detained, but she walked in. Girl, that wig is still in place. There's nothing wrong with her. I mean, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything blocking her from being able to, unless she's got some sort of delusions. She's just diabolical. Exactly. Girl, she combed her wig some type of way and showed up for court.
5354, People versus Afeni Badu Mohammed. Counsel appearances for the record, please.
I want her to say her name.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Please, this honorable court, may I take a time hearing on behalf of Mrs. Mohammed, who does appear to be a Zoom.
Your name?
Taylor Shabusiness had a whole muzzle on during court, and she still went to court.
Ma'am?
Afeni Mohammed.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and a habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to enter a not guilty plea. That is matter set for a probable cause conference of the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights, as well as the charges against her and the potential penalties. We are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Do you understand? Are you here? Good morning. She said yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf.
If she wanted to play crazy at that moment, she should have said no.
Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary examination will be on July 30th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Esteban, Mr. Latata.
Okay. You guys saw this already. If you want to watch it again, I've got it in my playlist, but that's what I go back to. When they're asking you these questions and she's answering, she's responding, all of those things, not to say that that's a psychological evaluation. I'm not saying that, but it definitely there's things that they look at. Overall demeanor, her attitude, her ability to be able to answer questions, follow directions, be present in the moment and participate in her defense. At that moment, she was participating in her defense. If she were incoherent, she had on a damn turtle suit, she's trying to unalive herself, that would be a whole different set of. They don't even have her in a turtle suit. She seems to probably just be chillaxing. Anywho, yes, welcome Iris. Welcome. And when I said Maxwell, I know it's Wisconsin. We covered the trial here. And I know different states have different regulations and different codes and all of those things and all of that. But I'm just saying, in terms of someone who is quite disturbed, someone who the streets may call crazy, if someone like him is able to stand trial, someone like Taylor Shabiznes, all of these people that we have seen recently can sit there and participate in their defense. I don't see why sis can't, maybe she can, maybe she can't. We're going to see. We're going to see next week what she does when it's time for her to go to court and how she behaves and if she's going to participate in the process or not. Anyway, we're going to keep our eyes on this. It's an interesting story. I hate that what happened to Jennifer and her children. I absolutely hate that. But there's a lot of people watching this story for many different reasons. And, we're going to keep our eye on it. Anyway, when I come back, I do want to talk about Jamal White. And if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, please let me know down in the comments. Get those small little beady eyes. Abs girl, scary looking. It's very sad. I feel so sorry for those kids. I feel sorry for that lady to go in such a manner. I cannot even imagine what was on her mind the moment when she realized this bitch has a fucking kitchen knife. I mean, I just hate that she had to suffer and die in such a manner, in a place where she spent so much time. You know how if you've had a job for a long time, you know how you feel like, hey, I grew up there. That she kind of grew up at that store. She was there for 15 years. She has kids that are 15. She has kids that are teenagers. She probably had all her, all, if not most of her kids there, right? The owners, I'm sure, knew her very well. I mean, I'm making assumptions at this moment, but the owner looked very upset at this whole situation. And clearly she was a loved member of the team. For them to want to remember her, for them to use the space to hold vigils, for it to be a gathering place in her honor, for them to pay. I mean, those are, some people might say that's the least that they could do, but there's people who are going to do absolutely nothing, right? And hopefully I'm optimistic. I feel so bad for those kids. I feel bad for that lady. I really do. Workplace violence is it's traumatic for all of us because anybody could be at work, and there's a lot of trust, unspoken trust in the workplace that, everyone's going to come. We're all sharing a goal to get the work done. And then you go home, have a good night, come back and do it all over again. I mean, it's very simple. It doesn't have to be friends. There are some people who do have very unrealistic expectations at work. And I think that Afeni to me, and I'm making assumptions here, I feel like she felt someone asking you to do your job or somebody critiquing the manner in which you do your job or you're accomplishing tasks was personal. She took everything personal. Did Jennifer have the absolute best management style? Well, we don't know, but it worked for everybody else. Just because she didn't like it doesn't mean that her management style was not effective and she was disrespectful. I don't know if anybody else is coming forward to say that, but she didn't deserve to get stabbed numerous times. So yeah, it's really, really, really sad. It's awful. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to hold y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure to hit the thumbs up for me. So sad they had the memorial at McDonald's and the owner was yes. Let me see. Did we didn't let me see. I don't think I showed you guys that. Do you guys want to hold that till tomorrow? Because this is let me see. Yes, it's a beautiful thing that the that's that they're doing that. I hope that she I don't know. I hope what an awful thing. It's completely terrible. I don't even know what to say. Terrible. Oh, here it is. Did he just 1 second. Let me see if I have it pulled up. This is it's terrible, guys. These are her kids.
So me and my family and support my mom was good. My mom was so good. It's hard to sit right here, scared right here and talk about her. This was never a thought. We never got to none of this. Never even discussed that if our bullying happened when she was not here with us. I don't even know if my siblings understand what's going on. It's hard to even see them cry. I'm going to break down if I never cry if I know because it hurts them. I'm not really show up in my siblings. Where the massage that she was proud of all of us. It was a scary mistake for not being angry. For still choosing peace. My mom worked fire first with they like I said. My mom worked even at been at McDonald's as a little girl. She could have. My mom, like I said, she was on different. She left. She came back. She was tired. Yes, she was tired. And she still woke up every day. My mama left and came back. And I was the one who told her to come back to McDonald's. Because it worked out for our family, it worked out for us. And she was happy here. She was a manager. I remember when I first started working at McDonald's, my mama came to work with me, and we worked together for so long at a different church house, but it's just, all I have is all those good memories of my mama. These past couple of days, all I could think of is seeing my mama in there, doing her job, being attacked by somebody that she trusted. All I can do is do it. That's all I have to do. My mind is and twisties going on. I don't know what to do without.
I feel sorry for these kids, guys. And this is just the vigil at McDonald's. The day that they actually have to put their outfits on and go and lay her to rest. They have to go to the funeral home and then go to church and lay her to rest and all of that. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. These are babies. These are young girls. So sad. And then there's one boy. So I don't know how old the boy is, but very, very, very sad. So I cannot even watch the rest of it. It's so just to think, I'm sitting here thinking, this is right after these girls are so strong to be able to stand here and be able to greet people because people are devastated, but to be able to stand there and say some words after something so traumatic, just a couple of days, and then they're going to have to do the whole process of the funeral. I'm happy that they've got family around them. So looks like they have supportive people around them that love them. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Next time I see you, we'll be on the upswing. And anyway, there's a lot of isn't it awful? It's just terrible. It's terrible. Y'all, I love you guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. Hit the thumbs up for me, and I will see you guys later. You may see me a little later on this afternoon, may just see me tomorrow. Okay, take care, guys.